what is trading and how do you make money from trading? Because look, I know you've all heard of commodities like gold, silver, oil, right? Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, right? And stocks like Tesla, Apple, Google, Microsoft, right? So look, what is trading, right? And this is going to be lesson number 1. Okay, so what is trading? So I'm sure, again, you've all heard of commodities like gold, silver, oil, cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and stocks like Tesla, Apple, and Google and Microsoft. What the hell? Right? Now, what did I just do? Yeah, so all of these things I mentioned, they all have a dollar value, okay? But the value of the things that I mentioned is not constant, okay? Because look, the value is not fixed in one spot. It's always going to fluctuate. It's always going to go up and down in value every single day. And our job as traders is to take advantage of that fluctuation. So we want to buy whenever the price is low, and we want to sell whenever the price is high, and that is how we make our money, okay? Now, the best part is that the price actually goes up and down every single day. So there's a lot of money to be made. Like, look, this is a very high income job, okay? But just like any high income job, you have to learn the process. You got to start from A and slowly get to Z, right? So we're going to start off with the basics, and we're going to take it slow and one step at a time, okay? So I'll give you guys an example of like what we're basically supposed to do. So I would buy over here when it's low, sell up here. Buy here, I would sell here, then I would enter, exit, right? Over and over, right? Now, that's what trading is, okay? But look, guys, first of all, this here is a charting software, okay? And this is used for us to actually look at the charts and then figure out what the hell's going on, and then figure out where the price is going to go, okay? So like, let's say, for example, I think the price is going to go up after analyzing the charts. I'm going to buy. But if I think it's going to fall, I'm going to sell. What stock is the best? We'll get into that later, Hayden, okay? I would say probably Tesla or Alibaba or Baidu or Lululemon. But anyways, so look, buy low, sell high, right? Now, the chart, this here, which again is used to look at the charts and figure out what's going to happen, it's made out of these candlesticks, right? So this is what the real first lesson is going to be about, okay? What trading is was low-key lesson 0. So lesson 1 is going to be candlesticks, okay? This is going to be lesson number 1. Now, okay, now this is going to be the first lesson, but first of all, one sec. Now, you see how the candle is what the chart is made out of? You could actually change this. Look, if you click here, you can change it to line, right? And now look, the chart is nice and simple, easy to read, right? It's easy to read, and you know exactly what's going on. Guys, feel free to ask any question. What's the important thing to analyze to know before trading? We'll talk about that. That's a little more advanced. We'll get into it though, okay? So look, you could use these candlesticks if you want to, because it's nice and simple, easy to read, right? But if you want to be a profitable trader, you will have to use these candlesticks. It's very important because, every profitable trader uses these. And yeah, I know, Nayaz, it sucks. There's nothing I can do about those accounts. Just don't mind them and report them. But anyways, every profitable trader uses these because these give us the most amount of information. So we only use these. So I'm going to teach you guys how to use this, how it works, everything. We're going to get into it right now, okay? But guys, everyone, I want y'all to hit the follow button so that you never miss a live. And I want to thank everyone that's double tapping and supporting the live. And I want you guys to all share this live with your friends so that your friends can also benefit and learn, okay? So let's get right into it. So buck as many as you want. I'll do my best to answer all of them, okay? So guys, the green candles mean that the price went up, while the red candles mean the price went down, okay? You can start with whatever you want, buck. It's up to you, even $100 or even a demo account, which we'll get into later. Now, green is up, red is down, okay? But every single candle that you see has or had a lifeline, okay? What I mean by that is eventually every candle closes and the next one begins. In other words, every candle, this might be a weird example, but every candle passes away and the new candle is born. And then that one will eventually pass away and the next one will be born. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now, so you can see that, check this out. We're currently on this candle right over here. This is the one that's alive right now. When this one closes, the next one here will begin. Then here, then here, then here. Just like it has been, right? XRP is going to $8, 8 to 11. Anyways, now, how long does it take for each candle to close? Like, how long does each candle last? So that's what the time frames are for, right? So you see how we have our time frames here, right? We are on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour. That's not what I'm saying, Chris. So we're on the 1 hour time frame, which basically means that every single candle represents 1 hour. Okay? So every candlestick is going to represent 1 hour's worth of time, right? So every 1 hour, a new candle will begin. Okay? Now, before I explain the remaining details, guys, let me know if this makes sense so far or if you're already confused. Okay? And if you haven't followed yet, guys, do that right now. You don't want to miss these lives ever. You're going to learn a lot here. And I go over all of this every single day. Okay? So look, we have here a red candle and we're going to have a green candle as well. Now again, let me quiz you guys. How much time will each candle represent? I got here late. Don't worry, Ronaldo. I'll do a recap. And I'll be here again. I do this every day. I'm confused on if I put the money in the stock. When did I get more and how long? That's a good question, Buck. We'll be going over that in the next lesson, okay? So what is the 3 black what? What time chart is better? It depends on your strategy and what you're looking at. KV and then... Okay, exactly. You guys all got it right. 1 hour, because I'm on the 1 hour time frame. So I'll write down 1 hour here, just so you guys remember. Okay? Anyways, so look, these candlesticks, they all tell us 4 things. Okay, and I'm going to write them down for you so that you guys can all take a screenshot and you'll remember this that way. Which is, look, the low price, the high price, the open price, and the close price. Okay, so look, these are the 4 things that every single candle is going to tell me. Okay, Panda, that's more advanced. We'll get into it later. Okay, D-Boric, we'll get into that after. You know, we're only going over the basics right now. Okay, because look, I've been doing this since I was 14 years old, and I'll tell you guys this right now. If you skip the basics, if you skip your foundation and you don't learn this properly, even though this is a very high income job, it won't matter. You won't make anything. So we got to take it slow, and we got to make sure your base is strong. Okay, I want all of you to share the live with a friend so your friends can also learn. Okay, and thank you guys for double tapping. I really do appreciate you guys that are double tapping and supporting. But anyways, these are the 4 things every single candle is going to tell me. It's not pre-recorded. Knock. I've been doing this for 11 years now. But look, these are the 4 things, right? Now, the low price and the high price. So, you see how these candles have a pin at the bottom and top, right? Those are going to tell me that this is the lowest the price went, and this is the highest. Guys, it's really easy to learn. Just just let me teach you. You'll find out how easy it is once you learn it. Okay? It's just other people make it difficult, but I'm really good at teaching. Okay? I hope you guys think so too, and you'll see how easy it actually is once you get the hang of it. So look, this pin here at the bottom and top, those are going to tell me that during that 1 hour period, that this is the lowest and this is the highest that the price went. Okay? It does not matter which color the candle is. This will always be the low. This will always be the high. Low, high, low, high. Okay? And then look, you have the body of the candle, right? The square. That's going to tell me the open and close price. But first of all, what is the open price and what the hell is the close price? Right? I don't know how to hide the chat. Anyways, the open price means, so again, let's do a recap. Every candle is going to represent 1 hour because I'm on the 1 hour time frame. But the open price is going to tell me that at the beginning of the 1 hour, where was the price? Like, where was the price born? Okay, so I'll write this down. Think of open price as where the price was born. I'll write it down, born. And this, pass away. Okay, so open price is where the candle was born, and the close price is where the candle passed away. As an example, right? So if this is green, right, we know that this was born here. This is when it was a baby, exactly, at the beginning of the 1 hour. And this is going to be at the finished, like at the end of the 1 hour. This is where it passed away, okay? Now look, when a candle passes away, right, the next one begins right next to it. It starts right next. This opened here, and, during the 1 hour, during its 1 hour lifeline, it went all the way up here, it went all the way down here. You can see it was all over the place. It traveled all across the world. But when it was getting old and the 1 hour was over, it passed away right here. Boom. And then the next one will open right next to it. Okay, his son will be born right here. Just like how his son was born right here. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, everyone? Now, one more thing I want to tell you guys is that if you want to be a profitable trader, you will have to absolutely use this type of chart. If you're thinking about taking a shortcut and using a line chart, you're making a mistake, and I'll tell you why. You see these candlesticks? These give us the most information, okay? And let me give you guys an example. You see how this is the lowest the price went? Right here, I marked it. Right here, right? You can clearly see that this is how low it went. But if you guys were on, let's say, the line chart, look at that. It doesn't tell you that. See the difference? So we only use these candles, right, if we want to be profitable. So we only use these. No line chart here, okay? Now, we're going to move on to the next lesson But before we do, should I reveal what the surprise is? Today, I have a really big surprise for you guys. And I was wondering, should I reveal it right now and then continue with the next lesson in case some of you have to go later? What do you guys think? Up to you guys. I'm only doing the surprise today, so... Okay, so let me tell you guys what the surprise is. Okay, I'll tell you what the surprise is in case some of you have to go, and then we'll continue with lesson 2 right after. Okay, so the surprise is this. Well, to understand what the surprise is, you guys will need some background information. Okay, guys, hit the follow, by the way. Hit the follow. Now, my name is Shiroz, and I've been trading for a long time now, okay? And I've gotten really good at trading, okay? To the point where I don't even do anything else. Like, I don't do real estate. I don't do side hustles. I don't have a job. I've been doing this, full-time, overtime for the past 3 years now. Now, because of that, about 2 years ago, I started sending out trade alerts. Okay, what that means is that, I look at the charts for you guys. I do all the hard work, so I figure out what to buy. I figure out where to buy it. I figure out where to place the stop loss and the take profit. I'll teach you this stuff soon, okay? And then you have the ability to copy my trade, do exactly what I'm doing, and get the same results as me. Okay? Now, I'll give you guys an example of what it looks like. So, the trades look like this, right? You can see that it'll tell you exactly what I'm buying, the price I want to buy in at, where I would sell for a loss, and where I would sell for a profit. It takes 30 seconds to copy this. And all you need is a phone. You don't need a laptop for this. So there's people right now that copy me from work. Like, they go to their job and they still copy me and get the same results. Now, if you guys... Oh yeah, and we have a list of every winner and loser, right? So check this out. This is a list of the past 2 years of results. So you can see we started doing this in February 2024. And ever since, we have a 75% win rate. The greens are the winners and the reds are the losers. So 75%, right? And the best part is, like, let's say you're brand new and you don't even know how to copy yet, right? You don't even know how to copy. Well, guess what? If you just click start here, right here, and you follow these steps, it'll get you completely, right here, it'll get you completely set up, right? So step 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? It tells you which broker to use depending on where you live. It has a video that teaches you step by step how to copy, and a video that gives you some basic information, understanding the service, and how to turn on notifications and download this website as an app. Now, you also, as a bonus, get 23 videos here. These videos will teach you all the basics, everything from A to Z. And we have daily classes if you want to do more advanced learning. These daily classes have a Q&A, market analysis, we practice the strategy, and they all get recorded too in case you missed the class. Okay, Monday to Friday, they get recorded. And we have bonus investing alerts. Anyways, let me tell you guys what the surprise is. This is not a Discord, by the way. This is my website. But the surprise, it's going to blow your guys' mind, okay? I've never done this before, but today I was thinking that I give you all a 30-day trial for everything. Normally it's $150 per month, but I was thinking that I give you a 30-day trial today, just so that you guys can open up a demo account or a live or a simulation and then try out these trades and see if they actually work or not. Let me know what you guys think. Had a feeling you guys would say that, man. I had a feeling you guys would say that. What do you think about coding? I have a very detailed opinion, so I'm not going to get into that. What's the name of the app? I'll tell you guys, don't worry. So look. When you stop it. Okay, anyways, so here's what I'm going to do, guys. I have good news and bad news for all of you. Okay? Nothing. It took me it took me a month, if I'm being honest. I learned from institutional traders, and what they taught me was so powerful, it only took me a month. And I was 14 years old when I actually got into this. So I was probably the world's first 14-year-old profitable trader, if I'm being honest. But anyways, is MetaTrader 5? Yeah, that's great. MetaTrader 5 is great. I use it too. Anyways, guys, let me tell you how to sign up, but I have some good and bad news for all of you. The good news is that before this live, I made a promo code that... No, I didn't. Nothing. I didn't. So I made a promo code that gives you a 30-day trial. That's the good news. But the bad news is that I didn't know we were going to have 200 people watching today. And that's why I only added 20 spots to the promo code. So only the first 20 people that sign up using the code will be able to sign up. So I'll tell you guys what the code is, and I'll show you how to use it. And the first 20 people that do will get access. 30 days. So the promo code is ROZE. Right? So that's the code. And if you want to use it, right, go to my website, tradersutopia.com, right? And then click Get Premium Access. And add the promo code right here. And if the code doesn't work, try 2 times. Sometimes it glitches. But if it doesn't work 2 times, then all the spots are taken up. And if you still want to sign up, you'll have to pay. But there's 20 spots right now. Okay, I'll write down the name of the website right here. Okay, there you go. But we're going to get started with the next lesson. You guys can ask me any questions you want. Can I just pay the one? If you want to, I'll be more than happy to take your money. Thank you very much. And someone else can take your spot if you're that rich. But guys, if you want to give it a try for 30 days, then here's the code. I don't have classes in Pashto. Maybe one day. Grind, don't stop. Maybe at the end of the live. I would be down, yeah. Okay. What's the name of the app? Which app? I got in. Nice. Congrats. Welcome in. Now follow the steps on start here. Mr. Soft. Which app? Which app, Mr. Soft? The website is right here. I wrote it down. Oh, yeah. So it's tradersutopia.com. Or you're talking about this. Just go to tradersutopia.com. Anyways, let's continue, guys, with the next lesson. Okay, so we went over candlesticks. You guys all understand what this is. Now I'm going to teach you lesson number 2, okay? Which is what a long position is. So let's get right into it. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. Let me just delete all this. Okay, so lesson number 2, long position. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see everything clearly. Okay, so lesson number 2, long and short positions. Okay, so what is a long position and what is a short position? Welcome if you got in. Is it already full? I'm not too sure. I can check. One sec, let me check. I don't see where to put the promo code. Hold on. There's still a few spots left, guys. But if you want to put in the promo code, look, click on get premium access, and then click add promo code right here and add it in. But anyways, let's continue now. So a long position is when you buy. Okay? It's when you buy. So you guys see the red line in the middle, right? Right? The red line in the middle, that's the current price. Okay? So if I think this is the price, if I think the price is going to go up, I'm obviously going to buy. You guys all know that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a long position, because long position means to buy. Okay? So I'm going to go to my tools here, and I'm going to click on the fifth one right here. Okay? And I'm going to click on the arrow, and I'm going to select long position, which means to buy. Okay? And I'm going to click right here on this red line in the middle. Now, what happens is that you see once you enter, it's green above and red below, right? You see how it's green above and red below where you enter? Now, why did I actually, hold on. Why did I enter here? Why didn't I enter here or up here? Well, it's because this is where the price is. I can only buy at the current value, right? So this has to be here. Okay? Now, it's red below and it's green above the entry, right? That's because when you buy something, if the price goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you lose money, right? So, now, here's the thing, right? Let's say the price is going down, you're losing money. This is called drawdowns. So let me write this down for you. This is when you're losing money, okay? Right? And when it's going up, you're in profits. Now here's the thing. Just because the price is going down doesn't mean you lost any money yet. And just because the price is going up doesn't mean you made any money yet. And I'll tell you why. It's because nothing happens until you sell. Right? Because think about this. Let's say the price is going up, but you don't sell. You're making money. You could sell right now and make money, but you don't. And it falls back down. Well, now you're losing money. If you sell, you lose. But if you wait, maybe it goes back up. Right? You only lose or win when you sell. Now, this is going to be really important. You see these red and green boxes? You guys can set these up wherever you want. So you just click here at the bottom left. You move it down or up to you. Okay? And these are very important to understand. This and this. Okay? Now let me explain to you what these are. Guys, these are parameters. Okay, you can place them wherever you want. This is called a stop loss parameter. Okay, stop loss. Here, one sec. I'm talking about this right here. Okay, and then this here, hold on, I'm gonna try to. This is called a take profit. Okay? Pretty simple so far, right? Now, these are extremely important to understand. Yes, you can orange. You can cancel it right away, orange, and you'll still have it for 30 days. So if you guys sign up, but you're worried that you might forget to cancel, just cancel right away. You'll still have it for 30 days. Anyways, so What these mean is that, let's say you enter your trade and you're losing money because the price is falling, right? Again, this is called drawdowns. But what happens if the price hits the end of this red box right here? If it hits your stop loss, what happens is it automatically sells for a loss. Okay? It automatically sells for a loss even if you're asleep, even if your computer is closed, it doesn't matter, right? And if it hits up here instead, the take profit, it'll automatically sell for a profit. Does that make sense? Give me W's, guys, if that makes sense. Give me L's if you're confused. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you do need to put in the card information. I don't even know if there's any spots left. Do you guys want me to check if there's any spots left? How did you make the website? I paid someone a lot of money to make it for me. Guys, this website, you may not believe me. Maybe there's cheaper ways, but this thing cost me $25K to make. $25,000 to make this freaking website, I swear. This shit, I know you guys might think it's easy to make, but it's not. Websites cost a lot of money. Yeah, this cost $25K. Because look, we designed it just like Discord. Check it out. I know I'm getting off topic, but let me just show you guys. So, watch this. Once you click here, exactly, see? It's a Discord format. You guys might be thinking, like, why not use Discord? Well, look, man. I like to do things a little bit differently than everyone else. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be better to just have your own website? Like, you know? The $25K, I think, was a good investment. But anyways, does this make sense? Okay, if some of you are confused, don't worry. I'll be here again later teaching all of this, okay? Now, everything I just taught you here is a visual representation of the plan. This is a blueprint. Okay? Now, what that means is that we haven't actually done anything yet. This is a plan. So we know where we want to enter, we know where we want to have our stop loss, and we know where we want to have our take profit, right? So now it's time to actually execute this. So are you guys ready to learn how to execute this? Are you guys ready? And remember, this platform, you cannot execute it here. Negative risk. No, I'm just using this as an example. Lee 737. I'm just teaching right now. We're not getting into risk to reward yet, okay? So, look, if you guys want to execute this, you're gonna need a trading platform. This is a charting software. This is where most of the work is done. To execute this, you're gonna need a trading platform, okay? So hold on. This is the one I use, okay? This one right here. Now, again, this is where I do all the hard work, figure out what to do, come up with a plan, right? You sound like a... Thank you, Orange. Appreciate that. Another guru? Yes. No, the charting software doesn't cost, but there is a premium version, which you don't need. Now, again, this is where I look at the charts, do all the work, and this is where I'm going to execute it, okay? This is the easy part. So let me show you how to do this, right? Anyways, the code doesn't work. It does work. You just didn't apply it. Guys, comment W if you signed up and the code worked. Okay? Comment W if it works. Perfect. Okay. It worked for me exactly. There you go. Now here's the thing, right? So look, if we want to execute this, we're going to go over here, right? And we're going to press the buy button. That's it. And now, look, I just bought Bitcoin, right? And this is what it is. Buy, long, same thing, right? Why did it take 150 from my account? Maybe because you didn't apply the code? I mean, guys, did it charge any of you guys when you signed up? If there's anyone else that it charged, let me know. Well, look, my friend, I'm not gonna keep doing this, guys. I'm gonna do this one more time. Look, when you click add promo code and you type in ROZE, you have to press this button right here. You have to press it, okay? Exactly. There you go. So the code does work. Don't blame the code just because you don't know how to press apply. Anyways. Okay. And if you did that, it means you refreshed the page. Anyways, so once we press the buy button, right? It's going to show down here that I bought, right? Whatever you bought is going to say it right here, right? And and over here it says SL. Okay? You can put in your stop loss price here, right? And you can put in your take profit price here. Okay? So you can just type in the numbers. Okay? Now, if you want to type in the number, you just go back here and look. Check this out. If you actually look across the red box, right? Check it out. That's the stop loss price. Yes, real world facts. You're right. I did. I called out Tesla at a really good spot. We bought this sucker all the way over here. We actually bought it here as an investment somewhere here. Yeah. Anyways, but let's continue now. So if you look across the red box, there's a stop loss price. And if you look across the green box, this green number is your take profit. So what we're going to do is we're going to type them in right here and right here. Okay? Right here and right here. And then over here on the right side, you can actually see if you're up or down, like currently. Okay? So you can see if you're up or down on the trade right over here. And if I want to close the trade, I can press X. If anyone wants to cancel their subscription, all you have to do is check this out. Click on dashboard, right? Click subscription and click manage subscription, and you can cancel it right here if you don't like it. Okay, be my guest if you want to leave. And the instructions on how to cancel are also here. Cancel subscription here. I made a video so that you guys can know how to cancel step by step. Okay? But anyways, now you guys know how to execute this. And again, if you ever want to sell, if you ever want to close the trade manually, you can just press X here. Okay? That's it. Guys, give me W's if all of this made sense, or a L if it didn't. What website are you using to buy and sell? I personally use what's it called, Blueberry Markets, but for most of you I would recommend Go Do Abato, link in my bio, because number one, I'm affiliated with them, so I make a little bit of money, and number two, they actually have lower spread and lower fees. Okay, what's the trade site? Like this? What do you mean? What do you mean trade site? Will he get a probably not, honestly. Maybe I'll think about it. It depends on my mood. Is Robinhood good to use? It is great, actually. If you're investing, it's great for Americans. I'm not American, but I like it. I would use it if I was in America. Now, over here it says investing alerts. right? So if you want to use Robinhood, then use it for the investing alerts. And they're really cool, actually. You should definitely check these out. How did not you... What? Anyways, where were we? Yeah, everyone gets this. So let me show you guys what a short position is. Can any of you guess what this is? Can anyone guess? By the way, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There are unlimited spots for the promo code. I just lied to you when I said there's only 20. It's just a really it's just a marketing tactic, you know? But I wanted to make sure you guys try it out. So yeah. You guys can still use this code if you haven't yet, okay? But does anyone have any questions? Thank you, Mink. Thank you. I'm glad you understand. Yeah, does anyone have any questions before we move on to short positions? No problem. Annie, I don't know how you say your name, but yeah, thank you. No problem. That's what I did, Zero Coin. I don't know, I think you joined late. How do you decide where you want to take your... That's a good question. How about I teach you that next? Guys, should I just, instead of teaching short position, should I just teach you guys how to know where to place these next and where to buy? You guys want to learn that? So if you guys want the recorded version of all of this, just, again, you can literally just finish these videos here. It goes over all of this and much more. This is a bonus you get with the promo code. Okay, so let me teach you guys support and resistance, and it'll also teach you how to place the stop loss and take profit. Okay, so let's do this. Lesson 3, support. Okay, support is good. So what is support? Yeah, it works for all of that, and it works for everything. What I teach you applies to anything that has a chart. Guys, believe it or not, so look, my bread and butter are stocks, right? That's what I usually trade, 90%. But I trade crypto, commodities. I even trade coffee. Most people don't know, but coffee is a commodity. I've entered trades on coffee and made money. Yeah. Look, I sent out a trade alert on coffee. Yeah, we made money on coffee. So I literally told everyone, look, we bought coffee at this price. You know, everything is here. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. But anyways, support. What is support? So I trade a bunch of stocks, like thousands. I have 1,000 on my watch list. I can show you my watch list in a bit. But anyways, support is a level where the price has previously went up from. Okay? So you see how we're over here right now? Right? This is where we are right now. But you guys can see that, you know, the price was falling, right? And it randomly shot up from right here. Right? You guys all see that. So we're going to mark this area right over here. Okay? Because again, the price was falling and it randomly shot up, which means this is going to be support. So I'm going to click here, right? And I'm going to click right here at the bottom. I'm going to double click on this and write down support so you guys know what this is. I'll make this a little bigger. There you go. So this is support, okay? Now, first of all, why did the price go up from here? And why does the price go down? Like, what moves the market? I'll tell you guys right now. When people buy, the price goes up. When people sell, the price goes down. This is Bitcoin. So the market is literally moved by buyers and sellers. Exactly, right? So let me ask you guys a question. If the price was to go down and hit this red line here, do you think that the price would go up from here, or would it go down? Take a guess if you don't know. Okay, and most of you got it right. Probability will favor upside, right? It'll favor upside because that's what happened last time. So what we're doing here is we're literally just looking at the past, right? Check it out. Come on, lad, you can do better than that. What do you mean? So we're looking at the past here, and we see the price went up. Bro, ICT sucks. But anyways, we see the price went up. So we're using that to predict the future. That's what we're doing here, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is I would buy right here, right? Yeah, that makes sense, Annie? Awesome. So look, I would buy over here, but I'm not done yet. Someone asked me earlier, where do I place this and where do I place this? Right? Who was it? Let me know in the chat if you were the one. Whoever asked me that, let me know. Whoever it was, because that's a good question. It was you? Okay, cool. So look, the stop loss, I would probably place somewhere here. Okay? Because what happens is, look, if the price does continue to fall and I lose money, well, I would only take a small loss, right? However, if it reverses, I can have this a lot higher. Now, there's something called a Fibonacci tool, which is this, and this is very complicated. I'm not going to teach you how to use this to figure out where to place your take profit, but I will in the future, right? This tool is really powerful. It's actually found in DNA. It's found in sunflower DNA, and it works on the charts as well. Okay, it's a mathematical equation. It's really cool stuff, which you'll learn about later on. But again, the basics. But the point is, I would have this somewhere here, and I would have this a lot higher. So I'm entering, right? So what I'm doing is I'm entering at a good spot, right? But I'm only risking a little to make a lot. So I'm being very strategic about everything. Bruno, just because it's easy for you doesn't mean it's easy for someone that just started, right? It's easy for me too, but it's easy for us to say it's easy because we've been doing this, right? You gotta understand, some people just started today. Like, they don't even know what trading is. It's pointless if I teach it right now because they won't understand it. Why teach Fibonacci when there's so many basics to get through first, right? Yeah. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna answer some questions now, but before we do the Q&A, is there anyone that hasn't signed up yet but wants to? Let me know in the chat. If there's anyone that wants to sign up for the 30-day trial and just copy my trades and learn from me every day in my classes and be able to watch all these videos to learn the basics, let me know, and I'll show you how to sign up. There's, again, a 30-day trial. Hey, I'm trying to cancel my order. What do you mean cancel your order? Are you talking about cancel your subscription? Why did this? Yeah, Bruno, look, with all due respect, right, this is my humble opinion. ICT is not profitable. That's just my humble opinion. You know, everyone's entitled to their own. And who knows, maybe I'm wrong. But in my brain, I have close to zero shadow of doubt that he's unprofitable. Because look, I'm a profitable trader. You know, I've learned from institutional traders. I can show you a track record, which he can't. And I know what it takes to be profitable. His strategy does not work, right? How do I get the code? Oh yeah, the code is right here. And I can show you guys my MetaTrader account with my name on it, the live ticker, and a years of results, okay? But look, this is the code. So what you want to do is you want to go to my website, tradersutopia.com, click get premium access, and then apply the code here, ROZE. But you guys need to hurry, because if you don't apply the code, it will expire soon. I think we have like 10 minutes left until this code expires. So why does everyone hype up ICT strategy? I mean, there could be countless reasons, right? But it doesn't matter what people do. It just matters what works, right? And my thesis would be that people hype up ICT because it's an attractive strategy. It makes sense to them, but doesn't mean it actually works, right? Like, I'll give you an example. And I don't know if this is a good example, but like, for example, there's a lot of religions in the world. Some people hype up Islam, some people hype up Christianity, some people hype up atheism, but only one of them can actually be true, right? So why do so many people hype up the ones that aren't true? See what I'm trying to say? So in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, who knows, but in my opinion, ICT doesn't work. You guys are free to try it out though, right? Oh yeah, and no problem, I got you. But do you guys want to see my account, my MetaTrader account? I could show it to you if you want. What are you drinking? Water. Actually, I'm drinking liquidity. This is everyone's favorite word nowadays, right? Liquidity. Everyone's always asking me like, bro, can you show me liquidity? What is liquidity? Teach me liquidity. Do you guys want to see the track record? Give me W's if you do want to see my MetaTrader account. So this is not the most updated version, but look, this was like a month ago or 2 months ago. But look, 2 months ago, I sent out a video, right? MetaTrader 5, right? Wait, hold on. Could you show how to... Yeah, I'll show you in a second, okay? Give me 1 sec. I want to show this first. So look. Wait, you trade Forex, fair enough. If you trade futures, then... Nope, I disagree, Bruno. But anyways, if you go on settings, right? You can see that this is my account. My name is on it. So I'm not, you know, stealing someone else's video. My name is on the account. Blueberry Markets is the broker. Live account. So it's not a demo. History. Now, this is going to be 6 months of results. You know, there's going to be some people that show you 1 day. That doesn't mean anything. 1 week. Doesn't mean anything. 1 month. Now we're starting to talk. But I'm showing you 6 months of data. Right? And check it out. In 6 months, we made 89K, right? And I withdrew 30. And that's with 300K, right? So, and these are all the winners and losers of that 6 month, right? And I don't think ICT has ever shown you guys that. For a good reason. You probably lost 89K. Where did you get... I got it from trading, right? It took me time to build it, but, you know, slowly but surely. I got it from trading. Again, Bruno, if you want to try ICT, go for it. I'm just telling you my opinion. You can take it however you want. It doesn't work. But again. Okay, Bruno. Are you live trading tomorrow? If I can wait. Well, the market's closed, so no. But you mean on Monday? If I can wake up in time, yeah. Thank you for your help. No problem. Traders Utopia is where we're at. Yes, sir. Now, I'm not saying there's not other people that can teach you a profitable strategy. I'm sure there's tons of traders out there that are way better than me. But ICT and TJR, the mainstream guys, they're just simply not. How many years have you been profitable? 10.9 years now. I've been trading since I was 14. I became profitable in a month, and now I'm 25. There is a way to fake a live account. Tell us the way. I would love to know. It's subjective. I didn't shit on anything, Bruno. I'm telling you, go ahead and try out ICT if you believe it works. I just don't think it works. And that's my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm shitting on it. I'm already a member. I can't wait to start trading, bro. Yes, we do, brother. Do you teach institutional concepts? Yeah, I do. Who else does good signal? Honestly, I only knew one person who does good signals other than myself, and he retired. Very respectable guy. He was an institutional trader. I believe his name was Nick Santiago. He's very old. And he retired. He just fishes now. But he was, I definitely learned a lot from him. So the mark. And other than him, I think everyone else that I met is pretty bad. That's just my opinion again. But no, I don't do Telegram. I need to get that off my link tree. I don't use Telegram. I don't know. I've never used E-Trade, but if it meets the requirements, then yeah. That's awesome, Reds. That's awesome. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, do that right now. Just because I'll be going live there too. If I ever do live trading, it'll be there on Instagram.